expecting the pass and comes up short.
He just found a gift and decided to shoot it. Just forget the rest of the play. Right. Oh, wait.
Thunder have won 5 in a row as Gilgeous-Alexander knocks down his first shot. The thing about him, for a guy that shoots a lot of shots and is one of the leading scorers, how efficient he is.
He is so efficient, and that wasn't even a paint shot. That was right at the free throw line. I don't even know if that would count as a point in the paint, but once he gets inside that three-point line, he is deadly.
Jalen Williams on Lillard and got a piece of it. This Thunder team just ferocious on the defensive end, and Williams has become an excellent defender. Nice speed inside. Gilgeous-Alexander to Hartenstein. Little full court pressure.
The thing I like about OKC's team and their #1 defense is you see Giannis doing what we talked about and dominating the paint. He's averaging just over 20 points in the paint every single night.
Just impossible to stop. As Hartenstein floats it up, his shot bounces in, and Hartenstein, who had a career-high 21 points on Saturday, already with 4 quick points here tonight. Antetokounmpo fakes Hartenstein right there. He provides great defense. He's one of the great pickups in the NBA this season. Kicks it back out. Lou Dort, three-pointer. Well, a little different start for OKC even after that miss. That first quarter against Atlanta, it was nothing but bricks being thrown up. And you thought it could have been a little bit of nerves.
It's a little bit of nerves. Look, this is a young OKC team. As you see, Taurean Prince knocked down a 3, having an outstanding season from 3. But when you look at this OKC team, they do have experience. They have talented players. But I think sometimes these big games and these big lights, you just need a few more experiences in them.
And a travel call on Jalen Williams. By the way, Taurean Prince, #1 in the NBA in three-point percentage, 52%.
And that's the type of player you need when we're talking about Dame and Giannis. They are going to attract so much attention. And Taurean Prince, players on their team, they know, step into him with confidence because it opens things up for your 2 superstars.
Prince, one of several newcomers for the Bucks. No splashy acquisitions, just some good, solid veterans to help round out the roster. Antetokounmpo, a spin move. Good help defense there from Gilgeous-Alexander. Lopez, three-pointer off the mark. And here's Dort. Dort had an outstanding game on Saturday as he continues his best season. Backdoor cut, well defended. Isaiah Joe using that Hartenstein screen, floats it up, and once again, he's 3 for 3 from the field.
And look how many different rotations that they just hit on that offensive end. Hartenstein doing dribble handoffs and pick and rolls with multiple players.
And it's Antetokounmpo just barreling down the lane and picking up the foul. He'll shoot 2.
And this is why they're so difficult to guard. Multiple screen rolls, dropping it off, gets the ball again, and then just a little touch floater. That is a very, very difficult shot to guard.
Again, without Chet Holmgren, still out with a hip injury, what Hartenstein has done for this team on both ends of the floor, the impact enormous. So Antetokounmpo going to the free throw line. He's #1 in the NBA in free throw attempts per game, 11.5. He's missed 101 free throws this year. There are guys that won't shoot 100 free throws in the entire season.
And look, we're not going to shoot any criticism at Giannis, but if I were to say there is one thing that he could improve on that we haven't seen across his game is that the free throw percentage. He puts in so much work on so many aspects of his game. That's just something that you want to see to keep boosting up.
He's had seasons where he shot 77% from the line, 76% from the line, misses that. Jackson kept it alive. Gilgeous-Alexander has it. Oh, ball fake and a slam. Prince didn't want to give up the 3. Instead, an easy 2.
Is that today's modern NBA?
That's today's
modern NBA.
Giannis, the spin move, goes inside. He's in attack mode right from the opening tip. 5 quick points. Jalen Williams goes at Lillard, goes inside, and sneaks it in off the glass. Both teams in attack mode. Lillard pass through it behind, finds its way to Prince, though. Antetokounmpo against Jalen Williams. And foul by Jalen Williams. That's going to be his first. He's made great strides at Tetakumpo on that mid-range game this year.
Well, he didn't. He said it was a conscious thought to shoot less threes. Excuse me, as you see him get fouled on that pull-up. But one thing, when you work on your three-point shot and you shoot thousands of shots, all of a sudden 15, 17-footers become a little bit easier. So he's saying that he's going to step in and shoot more of those than trying to extend his range to three.
So again, 262 free throws and only 17 three-point field goal attempts on the season. That's 17 through 23 games. It's something that, again, he goes through stretches where he'll shoot it extremely well, and then through stretches where you see the confidence isn't there.
Well, and it's for Giannis, you know he's a confident player. He puts in the time, he puts in the work. We even saw when we talked about the game in the NBA Finals, shot the ball extremely well in that Finals to go and have 50 points. So there are games, there are nights where he will knock them all down.
That one perfect. Perhaps you could hear there are a bunch of fans counting the 10-second count when he gets the ball. Jalen Williams runs up the floor and floats it up and in. That's off a made free throw. Lillard deep. Williams tracks it down. Williams had another one of those all-around games on Saturday. An emerging star, not just for the Thunder, but throughout the league. Good ball denial there from Jackson. Isaiah Joe creates some room.
I like Isaiah Joe, as Doc Rivers wants to have a talk. But it was Williams. We talked about he's not one of the best young players in this league. He's one of the best players in this league going.
Yo, your first shot better be a three. I am ready to shoot. You are? Yeah, I'm never not, but I'm really, really ready. Let's go, Bob. Come on. Ball, Yanni, ball, Yanni. Yo, your help towards the middle. Your help is towards the middle.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into his body. Yeah. I just don't want to be too high and he come downhill. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be talking to you early though.
Two of the very best the NBA has to offer, a 34-year-old and a 26-year-old, blocked by Lopez. Meanwhile, a great play from Isaiah Joe to draw the charge down the other end. He's already paid dividends being put in the starting lineup. Lillard sidestep, flips it up and in.
And that's the thing with Dame. You have to get so close to his body. That allows him just an easy drive, little floater in the paint.
Lillard guarding Gilgeous-Alexander, but Lopez lurking. Hartenstein quotes it up and in. 4 for 4, Isaiah Hartenstein.
And you talked about his impact on this team, and you see it, but he missed so much time to start the season. Him and Chet never even got an opportunity to play together, but Hartenstein is a problem.
Lopez trying to be a problem down low, just couldn't get it to go. And Isaiah Joe brings it up the other way. 7-point lead for the Thunder. They had 7 field goals the entire first quarter the other night. They've got 9 already through the hands of Hartenstein, and make that their second turnover.
And Isaiah Hartenstein, we're talking about the way he moves and just that little high touch over Brook Lopez. 7 feet with a wingspan, and it's just a touch from a free throw shot. There are guards in this league that can't shoot that shot with that touch.
Now, he could be on most nights on a night like this going for his career high, but of course it won't count as a career high, as this is the only game that doesn't count in the regular season standings and doesn't count for individual stats for any of the players.
Oh, it counts for us, though, Mike. It counts for us. You know.
Lillard kicks it out. Nice, tough pass. And Lopez connects on a 3.
And that's a big thing with Brook Lopez, able to extend the defense, sometimes getting bigs away from the floor. Hartenstein's out the game right now, so to have that space that Brook Lopez creates is so important for Dame and Giannis.
It's a great pass.
Oh, it's just an outstanding pass. Dame knows where he is early. Feet set, catch it high, no question. And just the high release, there is no contesting that. It's just a matter of whether or not he makes it. And this was the part that Doc talked to us about when we had the meeting, is that he didn't know how good of a passer that Dame was. He does create shots for other people and helps open up the floor.
Well, you see so many of these scoring point guards. It's certainly a different position in terms of what you're supposed to do as opposed to when Doc played. Gilgeous-Alexander, well defended by Jackson Jr. Jalen Williams goes up, can't get at the fall. Lopez, tough rebound in traffic. Antetokounmpo driving on Williams. Taurean Prince lines that one up. Long rebound, running start for Lou Dort. And Lopez has to chase him out of the three-point line. Dort's been very effective last couple of seasons from there. Turnaround jumper. Oh, Lou Dort, a little razzle-dazzle.
Lou Dort told us he believes in his game. Yes, the three-point shot has improved 39%. Makes you have to get a little bit closer to him, but that was a difficult shot.
They're 10 of 14 from the field, 71%. Lillard gets in the paint. Contact, Dort called for a foul as Lillard gets knocked down. That's going to be Dort's second personal. One of the premier defenders in the NBA is Lou Dort.
He is, and that's what got him on the floor. But where I think people are taking notice more is his offensive game and the work that he's put in. He's now up to almost 40% from 3, makes you get closer. That just opens up the drive. And just here, understanding 2 people there, little turnaround. That's a shot you get with a lot of confidence.
All free throws for Lillard. Lillard, one of the elite free throw shooters in the league, always has been. Upcoming national TV schedule, TNT Thursday. OKC right back to work. They're playing Orlando. And the Knicks and T-Wolves from Minnesota. NBA TV on Friday. The Bucks will play in Cleveland against the Cavaliers. Last substitutions, Cason Wallace comes in. Kendrick Williams comes in. Al Caruso comes in. All for the Thunder. A.J. Green makes his first appearance with Bobby Portis. Lillard, 25.7 assists on Saturday. Also had 3 steals. He'd been dealing with a little bit of a right calf injury, but said there's no way he was not going to play here tonight. Jackson contests the shot. Boy, some good defense from Jackson Jr. Gilgeous-Alexander can be unguardable. He's done a good job on him a couple of times. Bobby Portis right off the bench does what he does best, knocks down a three.
And it's the energy that he brings off the bench. Double-doubles is not just points, it's rebounds, and that's the thing with the Bucks. They clean up the glass, they get offensive rebounds. That is the most important thing for me if you're looking at the OKC side.
There's Wallace. Kendrick Williams can't get that to go. Despite that fantastic shooting, Bucks with a chance to take the lead. Fantastic shooting by OKC. Portis wants it and gets it from Lillard. Williams on him.
You see, OKC is loading up the paint. There are people at the block. There are people at the elbow. It doesn't look like you have very much space.
Caruso kicks it out. Gilgeous-Alexander from the corner. And throws up an air ball. Portis right there. Well, their shooting is cooled off. Lillard way downtown. And the Bucks 8 straight points to take their first lead of the game. Tonight's electric moment brought to you by Hyundai. Giannis Antetokounmpo, RJ.
We talk so much about Giannis and all the things in his game. We know about his ability to finish and dominate the paint, but I think the most underrated part of his game is his passing. Look, he sees two people on him. Bobby Portis is ready, steps in, knocks down the three. Same here. How do you leave Dame Lillard open? Giannis sees two, no one's guarding him, and Dame, that's just automatic. That's what led to the timeout for OKC. see.
Antetokounmpo, with all the staggering numbers, averaging over 6 assists per game as well. The three-point shooting critical here early for Milwaukee. They're one of the best three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Third in percentage. Gilgeous-Alexander goes at A.J. Green. Draws the foul. Really banked it in. And first free throws. Make that second free throw for Gilgeous-Alexander. First foul on Green.
And we talk about young players, and this is a vet move. Shea knows he's got a young player in the game here. Look, take your time, little pump fake. That's the first pump fake we've seen against Shea. And it's just more, sometimes when guys get in the game, they're so amped up, they're so ready to go. A little pump fake, get you 2 free throws.
This is his first free throw attempt. His team down by 1. His first year in the league was with the Clippers, and he looks at back of that with fond memories because of the mentors he had there, including Sam Cassell, who was an assistant, Lou Williams, a teammate, and Patrick Beverly, all 3 guys that helped Gilgeous-Alexander learn the ropes of the NBA. Step back, three-pointer, can't get it to go. Antetokounmpo tips it to himself as we're under the 3-minute mark. Pat Connaughton getting some minutes without Middleton. Bobby Portis can't hit. Gilgeous-Alexander, a good rebounder for a point guard as well. Drives on Jackson, takes some contact, shot in and out. Jackson the rebound.
And the Bucks just clean up the glass. Shot goes up. If it doesn't go in, you just feel like the Bucks are always taking it back.
Caruso, great anticipation. 4 turnovers now for Milwaukee. Caruso now falls down. Grabs his right leg, gets it back.
You see this wall that the Milwaukee Bucks are just putting against Shea, but there is no wall that can guard against a turnaround jumper to the baseline.
7 first quarter points. He was 1 for 8 in the first quarter on Saturday and still came up with one of those brilliant games. That was a great win for the Thunder because they had to grind it out after a tough start. Good hands from Cason Wallace. Still Bucks ball, 9 to shoot. This season, NBA All-Stars back with a brand new twist. And this Thursday, December 19th, your first chance to vote for your NBA All-Star starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. Get ready to cast your ballot at nba.com/vote today. One of my fun things about the All-Stars, like those first-time All-Stars, when you get your first chance. A.J. Green knocks it down. Hartenstein was in the vicinity, and Green hits his first three-pointer. And that's got to be Jalen Williams this year.
Oh, he's got to be in that All-Star, in that All-Star group as Shea knocks down a 3. A lot of times it takes your team to be so high up. You got to be number 1. You got to be number 2 if you want multiple All-Stars. Chet Holmgren was on his way to being an All-Star the way he was playing before his injury.
Gary Trent right off the bench. That's a 2-pointer. Foot was on the line. And the Bucks finding some rhythm, back up by 1. Good back and forth first quarter. Final minutes. Caruso. Step back. They like to run the offense through Hartenstein. A very good passer. Gets it back. Tries another floater. Thought he got fouled. And a late whistle, but a call. And he will get his 2 free throws.
You make a couple of these floaters, what happens? The defense is like, okay, well, we need to get a little bit closer to you. I like it because it gets Giannis a foul, but that's because he's proven he can make it, knock it down, and now guys are trying to close the space. Unfortunately, it causes the foul.
21 points, 8 rebounds the other night against Atlanta.
And the young fella, A.J. Green, that is as good of defense as you can play. Sometimes you just have to tip your hat to the shooter.
You see Green had to get the shot off. The shot clock was winding down. Hartenstein connecting on the free throws. He's in double figures from 10. You think he's going to go to Mark Daigneault the last couple of games and say, I need my shots?
I don't think so. I think it's probably wise to stay within the framework of what they're doing already because it's been successful.
He is such an unselfish team player. Antetokounmpo kicks it out. Portis chased off the three-point line. Shot clock at 5. Connaughton. Shot clock at 2. Antetokounmpo jump shot does not get the bounce. And Wiggins comes flying in for the rebound. Shot clock turned off. No foul to give. Gilgeous-Alexander against Gary Trent. The crossover, the step back, leans in. No, gets it to Caruso. He's got to hoist it up, gets it off in time, and it goes in. The Bucks is saying no. It was very close. By the naked eye, it looked like it went in. That's, what do they call those? The hand grenade?
A hand grenade, but sometimes hand grenades are fun because you know you have to shoot it. Oh, that's...
Wow, is that close?
I haven't seen...
Fingertips. I don't. They call it good on the court. This is not going to be easy.
There's something about your face, can't stop looking your way. What do you do to me? You make it hard to breathe. Ooh. I'm tired of the people that talk about nothing, and I'm not wasting this moment. Even though I know that letting you go would be crazy. Thinking, no, I want you for myself. I don't need anybody else. Wanna leave this place. Meet me in the dark where we can both hide. No one's gonna steal our time again. We don't have to say much.
Look at that royalty. I'd love to know what they were saying at that moment.
At that moment, that was a very, very difficult shot that maybe only Ray also could hit.
Jalen Williams misses. Lillard grabs the rebound. 2-point Bucks lead. Opening minute here in the second. And Payson Wallace got caught. Going to pick up his first.
And look, Dame Lillard, just the step back, creating space, the fadeaway. And I also love the way he elevates. A little bit of a smaller guard. But watch the elevation that he gets off that step back. The elevation also helps create separation that allows him to get off that difficult shot.
His second year now in Milwaukee. After the first 11 with the Portland Trailblazers. And, you know, the numbers are clearly better. But it's the eye test, the comfort level, you just see it.
Well, for Dame, I think people forget as players, there is a human aspect to it. Your family's not there. You're moving in a new city. They're just a very, very difficult thing. He said he would come home, and normally he would walk in Portland, and there'd be kids running around and lights on. It was very different for Milwaukee. He would come in, and he was still getting acclimated. He said he felt so much better going into this season versus last season.
And when they had the rough start, again, they were 1-6, then 2-8. Lillard said that he and Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about, hey, this is our responsibility. We're the ones that need to turn this around, and they certainly have. Quick three-pointer comes up just short from Mitchell, but nice follow inside. And Hartenstein is 5 for 5 from the field, 12 points already. And we're just over a minute into the second. A.J. Green, wide open, connects on a three, his second three-pointer. They're 7 of 11 from three-point range and a 5-point lead after trailing by 7. So a 12-point turnaround here in the first half. Isaiah Joe. Hartenstein. Oh, nice feed to Mitchell. And gets it to go.
And that's why you feel comfortable running your offense through Hartenstein. He's going to set multiple screen and rolls, drop off passes. He's looking to make the right play.
Jalen Williams off the turnover. Drives, goes inside, coast to coast for Jalen Williams, and it's back to a 1-point game. By the way, Hartenstein's averaging over 4 assists per game. Mitchell getting some valuable minutes. He did on Saturday as well. Here he's guarding Bobby Portis, the double team. Nice ball movement, but just as good defensive rotation. And Mitchell fouled from behind by Portis.
Watch this burst of speed by Jalen Williams. Off the steal, and he is away. Damian Lillard, no. Brook Lopez, he's not afraid of that. It's just so impressive to watch him. And barely keeps a hold of that ball and has enough touch to drop it off. But look at that burst. He was going so fast, he almost lost the ball.
He is a special young player. He's got every ingredient you need in a star. The size, the athleticism, the competitive spirit. Goes inside, adjusts, layup not that time. Lopez, he's got great instincts as well. Trent to Green. Green gets another good look. And Mitchell. Mitchell drives, bank shot, no good, but a foul. Much to the chagrin of Lopez. Didn't like the call. The foul is on Lillard, though, his first. And A.J. Mitchell will shoot two.
And that was one of the things that the Bucks struggled with when they had their slow start. It was transition defense, trying to get back. And right there, corner three, and you pretty much give up a layup in transition that leads to 2 free throws.
Tied it up. Annual NBA on Christmas Day tradition continues. 5-star studded games on ESPN Plus and ABC. Spurs Knicks starts. Always as a player playing on Christmas.
Yes, it was a privilege to play on Christmas. Played on Christmas my second year. Played against the Boston Celtics, and that was a memorable moment for me.
Portis misses. Williams the board. Kenrich Williams goes right at Lopez. Continues his dribble and lost it. Good defense from Lopez. Cason Wallace will check in. Lopez still defending at a high level.
Brook Lopez does a good job. One of the best at defending perimeter players, especially when they get close to the rim. The percentages say that. And a couple years ago, look, he was up there for Defensive Player of the Year. A little bit older now, but still able to make those plays.
17th year in the NBA. Lillard doubled. Lopez turns, always with that soft touch, but that one, a little too much spin on it. Rattles in and out. Williams in attack mode again. Bank shot, not that time. And a loose ball foul is going to go against Lopez. Nope.
House charge to Lucas Dort.
Well, they call it on Dort.
I think he was holding. Well, there's a lot of grabbing going on in there. There's a lot.
How could there be on Dort? Now there's it's on Trent Jr. Of course. The coaches were confused because the public address announcer called the foul on Dort. Williams to Mitchell. Mitchell lines up, three-pointer. Dort tips it out to Williams. Williams with a three. That's short. Offensive foul. Moving screen. Bobby Portis, his second personal. Boy, the quickness of the towel kids coming out and wiping up the sweat there. That's impressive.
Yes, but yeah, I'm going to go talk about this pick and roll because those kids are always impressive. It's just so tough when you're slipping out of that screen to not touch the defender. Unfortunately, led to a foul for Portis.
Sometimes it seems like you could make that call on almost every screen. Cason Wallace, nice fake. His floater, soft touch, rolls around and drops in. 8 straight points now, and the Thunder back up by 3. Lopez to Trent. Trent. Portis, rebound, back up, shot no good, follow is good. Second effort from Portis.
And we haven't seen the offensive glass really be that effective yet for the Bucks, but that's one of the worries. When they have Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez, and Giannis, you've got to protect that glass if you're OKC.
Free throws coming up with 7:24 remaining here in the second.
And look, you always want to tell your guards to fight, but in this is just a battle that I don't think Williams is going to win. And again, that second jump there by Portis, getting that easy bucket.
He has been, since he's come to Milwaukee, one of the elite 6 men in the league. And not just the numbers, which you talked about earlier, that the pace picks up, the energy picks up, and the toughness picks up.
It does, and even when you see him, especially at home during that championship run, he became a king in Milwaukee. The crowd loving Bobby Portis. So it's also when he enters in game, there's just an energy that the crowd gets, and it makes them even more effective at home, in my opinion.
5 points, 5 rebounds, sits on the bench as Antetokounmpo comes back into the game. Last foul on Green was his second personal. Giannis, 6 points, 3 boards, 3 assists. Lou Dort guarding him. Lillard, that one missed by about a foot. And the Buck fans, and there's a decent amount of Buck fans, and there's some Thunder fans as well. What's interesting here is, again, there's a terrific atmosphere, but you don't have that one home court roar that you're going to get. And it's always interesting to see where the fans, there's so many neutral fans here, where are they going to go in terms of their rooting interest as the game goes on?
Yeah, we didn't have that last year with the Lakers.
No.
You knew very early on where the crowd was.
Lopez. They're now 7 of 15 from 3. OKC 1 of 10. Williams drives on Trent, pulls up, jump shot's good. 8 points, Jalen Williams. Antetokounmpo. Back to Green, deflected. Nice hands at time from Casey Wallace. Jalen Williams drives, draws contact, almost went in. That follow tip from Dort won't count, but Williams will shoot 2.
Jalen.
All that time away from you, I didn't think I'd make it without you by my side. Let me feel your love again. Just the two of us and we could stay up all night. Kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to, doing what we need to do. Staying up all night, everything is alright. Oh, I wanna be with you, oh, I wanna be with you. Let me be the someone who can hold your hand. I don't even know if you can understand how you make me feel. I got you in my head. I wanna be with you, be with you.
Let's go.
Tonight's Perfect Combo brought to you by Wingstop. It has been the rise of the Thunder the last 2 seasons, a remarkable turnaround. Last season, the youngest #1 seed.
Players respect him. It's not just the culture that they're building, but hearing him say, look, There are certain players I coach, and there's certain players that coach themselves. When you have great players that coach themselves, it makes your job easier. Not easy, but easier.
Sam Presti had great faith in Digno as a coach in the G League for 5 years. Giannis stepping back off 1 foot. Good-looking shot there. That's the shot that he's much improved on. His mid-range, he's about 47% for the season. Hartenstein looking. Mitchell gets past Lillard, throws it up high. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Go down the other way. Lillard took a hard fall.
And this, look at all the bodies. There's 4 bodies around him, and this is why for Giannis it was so important to add that to your game. You can see 3 guys in the screen right here. He's got nowhere to go. So for him to add that in it, almost a little Dirk, Kevin Durant-ish, a little one-legged fadeaway, and they're going right back to it.
Caruso's on him now. Caruso is a great defender, but this is a mismatch for most players. And Antetokounmpo takes full advantage.
You put a smaller player on him, hoping to get that lower center of gravity so he can't back you down. But that's just an easy lay-in for Giannis.
Lou Dort lines it up. Three-pointer won't go. They're just 1 of 11 from 3. Giannis against Hartenstein. That jump shot well short. Ball deflected out. And the shot clock was reset to 14 once the Bucks got a hold of it. 5 on the 24. Jackson, Antetokounmpo. Taurean Prince, corner 3, won't go. Hartenstein with his 4th rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA, no. Hartenstein, no, but a whistle and a foul. Lopez wanted the ball on the cylinder, an offensive interference instead. And Doc Rivers saying the same thing.
Good defense there by Giannis.
Boy, that's close. Coming off. Oh, now was that looked like the ball was on it?
It looked like his right hand got stuck on the rim, so he couldn't get around it. But I'm going to call that goaltending.
Doc Rivers would agree with you. Hartenstein hits the first free throw.
To me, this is so close. Yes, the ball was on its way off, but I don't think it was completely off. I think it's still over the cylinder right there. That's a goaltend. That's a legitimate call by Doc Rivers to be frustrated about those 2 free throws.
Cason Wallace will check back in. Hartenstein, the game's leading scorer with 13. He's averaging career highs so far this season. And again, this is only his 11th game because of the broken wrist suffered, so he missed early on in the season. But he's averaging 12.5 points, 12.3 boards, which would be 4th in the NBA, but he hasn't played enough games to qualify for the league leaders.
When he was with the New York Knicks, did you see this same type of impact when he was with that team last season?
Absolutely, and the Knicks miss him. He helps in so many different ways. A foul on the pass, that alley-oop would not count.
And look, there is a Giannis defense. Look, there's 4 players. Look at the diamond that they have. But this is also the #1 defensive team in the league for this reason. But sometimes it doesn't matter if you're the best defensive team if you have the best offensive player in the league.
That foul is on Hartenstein. The alley-oop. Prince to Giannis. And the Bucks back within 1. 12 points to Antetokounmpo. Caruso and Hartenstein, the 2 new members of the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls up. Shot won't go. Antetokounmpo. And again, he puts you in position where you're backpedaling and you can't get defensive position.
And look, Giannis, we know you got to meet him early, but as soon as he feels the contact, he just raises up and it knows it's 2 free throws unless it's a charge. But here, this is why it's so difficult to help. Hartenstein is the low man. He goes, but there's nobody else to crack back on Giannis. That makes it so difficult, especially when you're playing with the small lineup. One big goes, not another big there to slow down Giannis.
2,000 Hartenstein. Jackson, high arcing three-pointer. Hartenstein the rebound. 1 point game, 3.5 to go here in the second. Isaiah Joe. It is a big-time struggle bus right now for OKC from 3. And they're doing so well in the paint.
I think there's some fans behind us that want Giannis to shoot the ball more. In case anybody didn't pick that up.
And a blocking foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's going to be his second.
Bucks foul's been charged to Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his second personal foul.
That's close, too.
That's very, very close.
No challenge. So here's Caruso. Caruso, first year with OKC, but he played with their G League team, the OKC Blue, and the coach was Daignault. And Daignault remembers when he was coaching in college at Florida, they played Texas A&M. And he said they were pounding them up by like 40 late in the game, and there was this one freshman kid on A&M who was playing like it was still a tied game in the NCAA Final Four, and it was Caruso. He said he never forgot that, how hard he was playing in a game that it was team down by 40 back in his college days. Now they're together in the NBA. Lopez, once again, beautiful pass from the big man, and Antetokounmpo able to finish. Step back three, Isaiah Joe. They have missed now 12 of their 13 three-pointers. Still lead by 1. Connaughton to Jackson. Caruso went for the steal, didn't get there, and Jackson gets a layup.
And you see that more. When you get one wing driving, the other wing is slashing, because that's the way the defense is looking. More and more lobs and drop-off passes are there and available from that slot position.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to fall.
Now, we saw a first half similar to this when OKC played against Houston. Let's see how they finish this half and then come out in the second half. So they're not just a one-half team. We're not shooting the ball well.
Giannis falls down. And a timeout call by the Bucks. Doc Rivers very upset. He thought there was a reason. Now some pushing and shoving going on the floor. Jackson and Hartenstein jawing at each other. Now cooler heads prevail. We'll check back on it when we return. Timeout, Bucks.
So
just a lesson that I've learned, and so it goes. Tables turn, and you're on your own. When
over there to them to let them know, like, hey, this is not what's going on.
We're going to have a double technical foul on Hartenstein and Jackson. It'll be Milwaukee ball on the side. We're going to reset the shot clock to 14.
All right, so offsetting technical fouls. The only thing that comes into play is if either one of them get a second technical. There, that's it. That's what Hartenstein objected to. And went to stand up for his teammate.
And those are the things that I know people look at that and they think that builds unity. You're a new guy that's coming in. You're playing hard. Defending your teammates is so key in this league.
Lopez thought about it. We're under 2 minutes to go. It's been a very interesting first half. Nice pass. This time, Antetokounmpo to Lopez.
And that's the size that we keep talking about. The way that the Milwaukee Bucks, one post, another drop. Now, we have seen lobs from Giannis to Brook Lopez to Giannis.
And Prince runs over Lou Dort, who set a good screen. So Prince called for his first foul. So free throws for Lou Dort.
We used to see these back in the 90s when there was a lot of bigs on the floor. A simple high-low. And we saw it earlier. Brook Lopez threw it from the free throw line to Giannis here. Giannis on the block, big diving. Their small players just put it up.
Well, Dort to shoot two. Dort, the undrafted player after 1 year at Arizona State, has turned into a terrific player. He was at the draft with his family sitting in the stands. Didn't get drafted and said he was crushed. But later that night, Sam Presti called him and said, we want you, and signed him as an undrafted free agent. Just keeps getting better and better. His rookie year, he played G League to start. Said Chris Paul was a huge help to him that first year. And Dennis Schroeder, he said watching Dennis Schroeder's defensive energy really opened his eyes.
Having players like that, and again, I called his games at the Pac-12. He was Pac-12 Freshman of the Year. It's very rare to see a player that talented not go drafted, and Sam Presti, one of the biggest, best in the business, picked him up quickly.
He deserves to be on an NBA all-defensive team.
It's coming.
Lopez, 7 points for Lopez. Still with 5 rebounds and a block. Bucks by 3. Nearly stolen by Lillard. Caruso to Hartenstein. Back out Williams. The fake. One dribble. Jumper's good. He's in double figures once again.
And that's what he said he worked on in the offseason. A pump fake pull up off of his right hand. That is a more difficult pull up, but he said he's working on it, and you see it there.
Antetokounmpo gets it inside. Poked away. That might be on Dort, which would be his 3rd foul.
We asked Williams what he was working on in the offseason. He's like, hey, I am right-handed, but I really wanted to work on my right-hand pull-up so that I have more balance to my game. Here, Taurean Prince pulls him off the line. Right-hand pull-up, steps into it, cash.
Now watch Dort come over the back of Jackson. Not in the penalty yet. So Dort with 3 fouls will now sit down. Jason Wallace back in. Prince with 10 on the 24 gets it to Antetokounmpo. Jackson in the corner. Fires away. 3-pointer short. Gilgeous-Alexander pushing it up. Tell you what, Jackson's done a good job on him defensively. That's why he's in the starting lineup. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks it out. Caruso. 3-pointer off the mark. Kept alive. Hartenstein comes up with it on a beautiful tip down low. Cason Wallace. Williams. 4 on the shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander. And Antetokounmpo the rebound. Here he goes. 6 seconds to go in the half. Thunder players surround him and took an extra step. And Jalen Williams is fired up. That's just all-out hustle in the transition defense.
Sometimes it's defensive talent. Sometimes it is hustle. They have a combination of both. That's what makes them special.
And they've needed it because they're 1 for 16 from 3, yet they only trail by 1. 2.5 remaining. Plenty of time to get off a shot. Hartenstein looking. Gets it to Jalen Williams. Throws it up at the buzzer. And that will end the first half. The Emirates NBA Cup Championship, a 1-point game at halftime. We've got the Hotels.com halftime report. Lillard, Gilgeous-Alexander with their duel in the desert. Malika Stephen A., Bob Myers, and Kendrick Perkins are here in Las Vegas. Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks have turned around.
silent now, we don't say a word. We're just looking at each other. Tears in our eyes from the words we said. Yeah, it kinda broke my heart. Loving you is not so goddamn easy as you think. I'm trying my best to hold on, but I feel myself giving. You know that we shouldn't keep it up like this. We hurt each other's feelings on and on. I don't wanna change who you are. The things you say is always one step too far. But I know that I've played my part. I'm hurting you as well. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. We pick up the pieces and start again. Don't give up, we're holding on. For what it's worth, I'll try to change. We can't fix our broken hearts. Loving me is not so goddamn easy as I think. You try your best to hold up, but I see you giving in. You know that we shouldn't keep it up like this. We hurt each other's feelings on and